Halo Skorer, jumpa lagi kali ini bersama saya Reza Adnan. Saya mendapatkan tamu yang istimewa, pemain muda yang bisa dibilang sedang bersinar di Liga Kroasia saat ini. Dia berkompetisi di Liga 3 Kroasia ya, kompetisi kasta ketiga Kroasia di HNK Primorac. Namanya Reza Kusuma dan dia sudah bergabung, dan juga ada Ferdinand JC yang sekarang juga menjadi salah satu official tim atau pengurus tim ya di sana ya. Kita bergabung dengan Reza. Halo Zah,
Ya.
apa kabar? Halo Fedra.
Baik. Alhamdulillah baik, Mas.
Oke. Fedra, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Oke, sekarang ini mendapatkan kesempatan yang berharga banget. Kita pengen ngulik Reza dulu nih, yang di Indonesia saat ini menjadi perbincangan juga karena dalam beberapa pekan terakhir bisa dibilang penampilannya sangat baik bersama Primorac. Nah, Zah, bisa diceritakan sedikit sih kenapa hingga akhirnya kok bisa bergabung dengan klub di Kroasia?
Awalnya dari salah satu program saya, dari agent saya, ada Famos Indonesia. Mungkin ada panggilan juga untuk bermain di tim Kroasia untuk mengikuti file awalnya dan dapat tim di HNK Primorac di Liga 3. Ya, dan saya mengikuti latihan sama di sini, dan waktu itu sempat ada lockdown juga di sini, dan saya hanya berlatih setiap hari untuk melatih fisik saya untuk menyiapkan semuanya ketika liga dimulai untuk preseason, karena ada banyak sparring juga kan di preseason. Dan setiap hari menyiapkan latihan, dikasih tahu, saya banyak berbicara juga sama Ferdinand bagaimana bola di sini, dan dia semuanya kita harus bekerja keras di sini, karena di sini juga kita fisik semua kayak FC-nya lebih keras gitu dibanding di Eropa seperti Spanyol atau di mana gitu. Dan saya berlatih hampir 2 bulan. Saya latihan sama dia setiap hari, sehari 2 kali, ada gym di pagi hari. Dan ketika saya turun di lapangan, ketika Primorac manggil di preseason, keadaan saya udah siap, udah fit semuanya gitu untuk bersaing.
Zah, mungkin yang Reza rasakan ya berkompetisi di Kroasia. Reza pernah di Spanyol kan ya, di divisi 4 waktu itu. Apa sih perbedaannya yang Reza rasakan kompetisi di Spanyol dengan di Kroasia?
Ya mungkin karena di Spanyol juga rata-rata sih kalau saya merasakan perbedaannya tuh di liganya mungkin kita main sama ya, setiap minggu kita sekali main, ada sekali atau kadang-kadang 2 kali kita main. Tapi yang saya rasakan di Spanyol mungkin jarang mengasih kesempatan pemain-pemain asing untuk bermain, kayak kalau dia lebih mengutamakan pemain-pemain lokal gitu. Kalau yang saya rasakan Spanyol. Nah di Kroasia dia malah mensupport gitu, kayak membantu pemain-pemain asing untuk berkembang di negara ini.
Oke. Kalau Reza melihat perbedaannya dengan Indonesia dari kedua negara itu apa? Dengan kompetisi di Indonesia.
Apa nih?
Dengan kompetisi di Indonesia, melihat perbedaan dari pengalaman Reza di Spanyol dan Kroasia seperti apa, Zah?
Ya, kalau di sini kayak kita seperti profesionalnya tuh kayak kita latihan sehari 2 kali, kayak kita setiap minggu ada liga, jadi kita punya kesempatan bermainnya tuh, pengalaman kita untuk mainnya tuh banyak. Kayak waktu kita bermain tuh kayak lebih banyak, karena semakin waktu bermain kita semakin banyak, menurut saya kayak kita akan mempunyai banyak lebih pengalaman lagi gitu, pengalaman yang baik yang kita lewati.
Oke, kita beralih ke Ferdinand. Oke, Ferdinand, I know you have played with Dinamo Zagreb on 2004 until 2005, right? And then you are playing for Croatian national team in 2006. Okay, you're a very experienced player. What do you think about Reza? Why he can adapt with the HNK Primorac now?
What I can say about Reza, first of all, Reza is very good player, very good person. He likes to listen, he likes to learn, he likes to work. That's its most important. To like to work, because in Croatia we work a lot. It's really the big difference between, if you compare Indonesian football and Croatian football. Your league's national association is, I think, 170 something, and we are in first 15 all the time. And we was in the World Cup. So yeah, he chose the best country for he's growing, and he's playing now in third division. I think it's a perfect position now to show and improve the skills in third division. And we think in the beginning what to do to put him in the second division, third division. So I decided it's better to play in the club where he would play 90 minutes. And now he showed last few weeks his very good skills and very good football. He was 2 times in a team of the week. He started to score goals. And now we have a lot of calls from agents and other clubs from the second and first division. They ask, who is Reza? Who is this guy? From Indonesia. It's a new name. So that's how it works in football. If you improve your skills, as soon as possible, everybody hear about you and try to take you in the better club, better position. So I think this is what we choose to play in third division. It's the best option. He will stay there until the summer, and I hope next season we will go the level up.
Okay. So Reza is very improvement now, yeah, since he joined for your club.
Yeah, he's become one of the key players. So the problem with Indonesian players when they arrive in Europe, they are without confidence. They are very afraid. So Reza was the same in the beginning. I tried to talk a lot with him. I told him, first of all, we need to build our shape and power of the body. And he lost 3-4 kilo in 4 months. And his shape is now in perfect condition. So then we can improve in the field what we can know. His skills are very, very good. His technique is very good. He's very fast, and he read a lot. He read good the game, and only what he needs now is experience to get used to it on Croatian football, to get used to it on the Croatian size of the players, because we are much bigger than Indonesian players. So now he have a tough duel every weekend. Now he needs to fight for the ball. It's hard, but yeah, he's showing that it's on the right way, and the sky's the limit for him.
Okay. About the improvement of Reza, how long for you? How long Reza can be compete in the highest competition in Europe, maybe?
I can say it's a hard question, and it's hard to get that, to give answer on that question, because I played Luka Modric in Zagreb, 2004, 2005. Sorry. So everybody see in that time that he's good, but nobody can imagine that he will be in Real Madrid for next 10 years, you know. So I see the quality. I see that he's a very big potential. We just need to make a good plan for him to go step by step, because a lot of players maybe show in first 6 months their skills, and one big club take them and they sit on the bench, and then they lose. And we don't want that. I want him to grow every year to go level up. And like I said, the sky's the limit. We don't know where is the end for Reza, but I hope he will come to one of the top clubs in Europe, and he will improve his skill for sure. I believe in him a lot.
Your prediction? How long? Maybe 4 years, 5 years, or 10 years?
No. In the next 2 years, I see him in a good club.
Wow.
Yeah, so first we arrived, we need to change a little bit shape, like I said. We work a lot, 3 months every day, 2 times. And then he started now to play. He improved his skills, and I hope next season he will be in second division or in first division. And in 2 years, I hope he will be the national team player of Indonesia, first 11, and he will play in some club in Europe. That's what I want, and I think it will happen for sure.
Okay. Maybe you have seen national team of Indonesia under 19 in Croatia. You have seen national under 19 in Croatia from Indonesia.
Yes.
Yeah. For how about what do you think about their performance and about the young players from Indonesia? Can they be good playing in the Europe? Because many young players in Indonesia have dreams to playing in the Europe.
Yes, first of all, what I want to say, this what Vamos Indonesia Foundation doing, it's the best thing for Indonesian football. They choose 20 players or 30 players who are better than others, and they give them an opportunity to go to Europe. The problem in Indonesia for the youth players is that you don't have strong league. It's a big country. It's a really important that you start when you are young, that you start to have strong and tough game. If you compare Indonesia and Croatia, we have in 1 year regularly around 250 trainings. We have around 50 or 70 games in 1 year. So I talk to boys from Indonesia. They have tournaments. They have some friendly match. You cannot grow with the friendly match. You can grow only if you play the league, if you play against clubs, better teams, better players, then you can grow. If you play friendly match, you give 50, 60, 70% of effort. If you play league, you give 110% because you want to take a point. So I think Indonesia needs, first of all, to make a good league, to try to find money, association to stay behind the youth players. And then when they have a good league, then they will grow. But what the Vamos doing is perfect because he built a ranking of Indonesian football. Like example is Reza. He's arriving in Europe. He will build himself here, and the next 1-2 years he will become one of the best players in Indonesian national team. So this is the right way what they need to do. If they cannot arrange a good league, and if they cannot give for the all youth players good work. Good football, then this what Vamos decide to send the players to Europe, and they choose Croatia because we are second in the World Cup. We have a lot of good players, and our coaches are very tough and very strong, and this is the good movement for them, and I hope most of them will take and grab this opportunity.
Okay. Thank you, Ferdran. So, I want to talk to Reza again. Reza, berdasarkan tadi penjelasan dari Ferdran ya, apa sih yang sekarang mungkin yang menjadi tantangan terberat bagi Reza ketika berkompetisi di Kroasia?
Ya, harus menampilkan yang terbaik sih ya setiap pertandingan, kayak saya harus kayak bekerja terus gitu untuk jangan sampai saya menyanyiakan kesempatan ini gitu. Jadi kayak dia selalu mensupport saya kayak lo bisa nanti, kayak lo asalkan lo harus kerja keras, lo percaya proses itu ada kata dia. Itu selalu saya ingat dari kata-kata dia sih. Ya
betul. Dan ini juga Zah, tadi kan dibilang kalau misalkan kalau menurut Ferdran kan kalau misalkan Reza benar ya konsisten gitu, tidak butuh waktu lama lah untuk bisa di high class competition gitu. Sebenarnya impian Reza sendiri di Eropa seperti apa sih bermain di kompetisi yang mana? Apakah tertinggi cukup di Kroasia? Tertinggi apakah harus di Spanyol atau sampai ke Inggris mungkin?
Tinggi mungkin harapan saya untuk bermain di La Liga sih, kayak itu kesempatan saya kayak untuk ada kesempatan gitu ingin bermain di La Liga, karena kan tahu sendiri La Liga kompetisinya cukup baik gitu kan di Spanyol ya. Tapi kalau emang saya rasa juga Kroasia juga mempunyai liga yang sangat cukup baik gitu. Contoh kayak tim besar juga banyak sekarang main di Europa League kan, contohnya Dinamo Zagreb kemarin habis menang lawan 3-0 lawan Tottenham Hotspur. Saya rasa juga mempunyai tim-tim yang sangat baik itu di Kroasia.
Ya. Kalau proses adaptasi di sana tidak mengalami kesulitan dari segi makanan, cuaca gitu bagi Reza?
Alhamdulillah enggak sih Mas, karena kan sebelumnya juga nggak beda jauh juga sih makan-makannya sama tahun-tahun saya sebelumnya waktu saya stay di Spanyol gitu. Nggak terlalu beda juga. Nah, kalau puasa nih nanti Zah, sudah pernah merasakan belum sih puasa di Eropa waktu di Spanyol? Udah. Nah, itu gimana Zah? Nanti di Kroasia ini kan mendekat menjelang puasa ini, puasa lebih panjang kan pasti. Nah, ini persiapannya seperti apa? Ya mungkin kita lebih sering-sering pinter ngatur waktu aja kan, karena mungkin di sini latihan juga sehari 2 kali kan, di pagi kita di gym, kita kayak lebih pinter ngatur waktu jam kita istirahat. Kayak kita latihan dari jam 5 sampai jam 7, nanti pas jam 8 gitu kayak kita udah buka gitu, kayak pinter-pinter kita ngatur waktu aja. Oke. Zah, kalau Reza style playernya siapa sih pemain idolanya gitu yang menjadi influence dari Reza sendiri? Iniesta sih.
Oh, oke. Kenapa Iniesta?
Ya, karena ya mempunyai posisi yang sama, terus kayak saya suka cara dia bermain aja, kayak wawasannya luas gitu. Kayak bermain juga
Oh,
kan nggak ini membantu tim banget.
okay, Ferran, if you see Reza playing, uh, so you look Reza style like who?
I can say for Croatian because I compare him always. He's similar like Kovacic from Chelsea. If you know him, playing Real Madrid. Mateo Kovacic is a Croatian national team player. He's in Chelsea now. He's very similar. Like Reza is similar like him because he's older. And he played 3 years in Real Madrid. He's now in Chelsea. He's very good technique. He's very fast with the ball. First one to step with the ball is very fast, and I like Kovacic. Let's say like Kovacic.
Oke, like coach it. Oke. Oke, Zah. Sekarang kalau boleh tahu di sana itu kompetisinya ya, kalau bisa dijelaskan seperti apa sih di level 3 sana gitu. Kalau boleh dikasih gambaran ke kita, kan tidak mungkin sama dengan level 3-nya di Indonesia gitu. Apakah tidak berbeda jauh dengan level 4-nya di Spanyol atau level 3-nya di Spanyol? Seperti apa, Zah?
Sama sih, sama kayak mungkin saya pikir sama kayak di terseranya Spanyol sih, di liga ininya Spanyol, kayak di liga yang Reja rasakan sekarang ya. Mungkin karena kalau di Spanyol ya itu dia main kayak lebih ke teknik. Kalau di sini kita mengandalkan fisik kayak kerja keras gitu. Karena kan tahu sendiri kalau Spanyol dia terkenalnya dengan kita kan main bola-bola pendek. Kalau di sini kita harus kerja keras gitu, kayak kita harus melebihi fisik yang sangat penting kalau di sini menurut saya.
Oke, fisik yang sangat penting ya. Kalau di sana terkait dengan treatment untuk pemain asingnya seperti apa di level Liga 3 untuk Reza? Mungkin bisa dikasih tahu gambaran. Fasilitas seperti apa?
Fasilitasnya cukup baik sih ya untuk pemain asing sini, kayak contoh saya latihan hanya kayak membawa diri aja gitu, kayak semua di sana udah siapin, kayak kita mempunyai locker room masing-masing di sana untuk kayak semua udah disiapin, kayak untuk baju kita latihan, pelatnas, street, semua kita udah disiapin di sana. Jadi kita punya locker room masing-masing ya, cukup baik menurut saya. Kayak selesai latihan juga kita ada makan makanan ringan gitu untuk pemain, kayak protein.
Oke. Zah, harapan untuk segera membela timnas seperti apa? Karena mungkin kalau nggak salah usia Reza masih masuk untuk Piala Dunia U20 ya?
Reza udah nggak bisa, Reza udah 21. Reza udah nonton
21 ya? Oke. Untuk timnas Indonesia seperti apa, Zah? Harapannya nanti mungkin ingin segera bergabung karena kan Reza salah satu pemain yang ada ataupun bermain reguler di luar negeri.
Ini ya, harapannya sih ada ya, cuman mungkin kalau nanti ada kesempatan mungkin pengen juga sih kayak ngebela timnas gitu, pasti pengen juga gitu ngebawa nama nasional kan, membawa nama Indonesia.
Okay, Ferdan, I want to talk to you again. This is for the last question. Maybe you have advice for the Indonesian youth player or Reza for the next. You can give some advice or message for them.
Yeah, first of all, they need to choose Vamos Indonesia, like a foundation to give them a chance to go to Europe, to play and to improve the skills. They need to work a lot. For example, we in Croatia work a lot, really a lot. We changed the food of the boys, completely changed the food because the Indonesian food is not, it's healthy, but not for the sport. It's too much rice, too much things, sauce and everything, what is not good for the football. And we work a lot in the gym in Croatia, so the boys also start to work a lot in the gym. They have a sports psychologist also to help them to when they have some problems, some issues in the football, in the life. With this kind of training, they also can manage easier. And like I told you from beginning, the most important thing in Indonesia is that they need to change the system of the youth league. It's very hard, I know it's very expensive, but I think the foundation of Indonesian National Association has money to invest in that kind of sport, because only with good youth team you can build your national team, because it's not easy to send 200 players in Europe and then expect everybody will have success. It's very hard for some players to have success. It's, when you go outside of the country with 15, without parents, without family, I know from these boys, they really suffer sometimes. It's not easy, it's very hard, but this is kind of football. You need to have bad days and good days, and what I want to suggest to them, that they need to work. They need to work much more than they work today. When the boys, they was in the lowest level with the physics, now they are better. They still have space to build that. So what I want to say to Indonesia, work a lot. Hard work will bring you where you deserve and where you want. Without hard work, you cannot do anything.
Oke, thank you very much Ferdan. Thank you juga buat Reza, buat bincang-bincangnya.
Sama-sama.
Mudah-mudahan bisa menjadi inspirasi ya buat para pemain muda kita di tanah air, maupun yang sedang baru mau mulai, maupun yang sedang saat ini juga sedang merintis karir mereka gitu. Karena Reza salah satu pemain Indonesia yang sangat menginspirasi bagi kita gitu. Mudah-mudahan sukses terus Reza karirnya di sana.
Amin.
Sukses for your career too, Ferdan. Thank you very much for you all. Thank you very much. Skorer, sampai jumpa lagi. Sekian dulu bincang-bincang kita kali ini.